will the US really put troops on the ground in Iran? Would they do an invasion? And unfortunately, they are, and it's going to result in a massacre. Now, some people say, well, it's not going to be a problem because we did this in Iraq, we did this in Afghanistan. These are very different situations because in Iraq, the US kind of deployed, before their attacks, deployed their troops in, the Saudi Arabia. They put all their positions in there, allowed the airplanes to kind of destroy a lot of the defense systems and the military there. And then the troops moved from Saudi Arabia into Iraq. You could just walk in, basically, also from Kuwait. But with Iran, you can't do that because all the borders of Iran, no one's going to allow the US to position their troops there, do an invasion from there. And also with Iraq, Saddam didn't attack those US troops because he didn't believe that, even though with all the deployment of the troops around Iraq, and you can see them, Saddam didn't believe that they're actually going to do an invasion. It was more of he thought it was a tactic to pressure him to make some concessions. With Iran, they're not going to wait, as they've proved many times again. The times of waiting has far gone away. They're going to do an attack straight away. And they've already started attacking a lot of the equipment, the jamming equipment, airplanes, the command central to do the communication, and the kind of radar, the AWAC, was destroyed in the Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. That's like a radar that's in the air that can see hostile and neutral and friendly airplanes. And they've also attacked some of the positions in the UAE and Kuwait, that US positions that were preparing for this attack. And in Saddam's time, there weren't drones. Now we have drones that could easily, anytime there's a grouping of US military personnel, drones can come in and just attack them. And in Afghanistan case, there was a big anti-Taliban military group that was in Afghanistan already, that the US supported to kind of create a place where the US can land their troops. And also they came from Tajikistan to kind of move into Afghanistan. In this case, all of Iran's neighbors are not going to allow this to happen. And Iran, again, can just attack any military grouping of people as they come near Iran. So the only other place is kind of Azerbaijan, which has ties with Israel, and has a bit of conflict with Iran. But I don't think Russia, which is the neighbor of Azerbaijan, this is Russia over here, is going to allow any deployment of US troops on the border with Russia. So that's a no-no too. And so the only attack can come from really the Gulf countries and from the water, which is one of the groups that the U.S. has deployed, is the amphibious group that can come from the water and do those. But those have already been attacked by Iran. Some of them have that were kind of bordering Kuwait, that were just kind of positioning themselves in Kuwait. So that's the thing. Whatever position the Americans are going to have over here to deploy those troops, they're going to continuously be attacked by hypersonic missiles or the drones. So they're not going to wait for the U.S. to position themselves.